What is up, guys? It is PDS. Today I will be showing you my Season 4 Platinum 1. I used ABC this time. I have used other decks in the past. Of course, I might make a playlist actually just to show you guys. If you guys are interested in all of my deck profiles, but yeah. So let's just get started on the card for card. So obviously, 13 cards in the extra deck. First thing you're going to see, I'm playing around that Banquet of Millions, you know, whatever, that banish your extra deck, DD Dynamite deck. If you guys don't care, obviously you just put in either... You put in the blocker for sure, and then you either put Nightmare Cerberus or a Bujin Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi is a UR. I'm not going to be discussing those cards because I didn't play them, but yeah, they're there. So yeah. Anyways, and then the other thing that's a little bit weird about this deck is 2 Driver, because I found myself often my ABC Dragon Buster getting Kaiju'd, getting completely, you know, obliterated by droplets. So to circumvent that, I'm playing 2 Driver just to have a little bit more of a grind game. If you guys do not fear those cards, you know, obviously go down to 1 Driver, and yeah, but I feel like you can get extremely punished for only having 1 in the deck, but also, you know, you can get punished for playing 2. So it's up to you guys how safely you want to play, or how consistent you want to make your deck. But I'm playing a large amount of all the consistency cards, so yeah. With that being said, let's get started on the deck profile. So 1 Driver, you know, really 3 Drivers. All of these Drivers you do not want to see in your hand, but yeah. So he sucks. 3 Maxi, of course. 2 Gamma. It works great with Terraforming Pot and Union Hanger. It's a lot of people ask you, and then you can use your Gamma to make link plays, Gamma and Driver. So yeah, 3 Ash, 1 Gold Gadget. I was playing originally more, and then none, and then I played the 1 only because I found often that my Platinum Gadget would be destroyed, and Platinum Gadget has an effect to special summon a gadget from the deck, and then from there, if they Kaiju'd your ABC, you basically, your end field is Buster, Platinum, and IP. That's what you want to end on the most. And if they Kaiju your Buster, you really only have IP and Platinum, right? But at least if you have a piece in the hand and they destroy your Platinum, you can special summon Gold Gadget, and then Gold Gadget has an effect when he's normal or special, special summon a level 4 from your hand. So if you have Union Hanger, you can actually still kind of make plays. So I was like, okay, so I'll play the 1, because also it's not that bad of a normal summon, but this is definitely adds a choke point to the deck. So if they Imperm you or something, they negate this, it'll really fuck you up, so you have to be really careful. So yeah, then I played 3 A's, 3 B's, and 3 C's. So they all are Union monsters, so if they're in the spell and trap zone, they can special summon themselves. That's just basically an inherent effect of the Union, you know, this thing right here, Union, Machine Union effect. But if they're equipped with either Union Hanger or Unauthorized Reactivation, you cannot do that, so keep that in mind. So that is going to be the restriction of the deck, right? So that's what kind of keeps them in check. Then they all have an effect when they're sent from the field to the graveyard. So A has an effect to add a Union monster from your graveyard back to your hand. B has an effect to search a Union monster from your deck. And then C has an effect to special summon a Union monster from your hand. So that's only when they're sent from the field to the graveyard, not from the hand. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, none of them are once per turn. So that's also great. And then they also each have an additional effect. When A is equipped to a monster, it is unaffected by your monster's monster effects. When B is equipped to the monster, it is unaffected by your opponent's spells. And then when C is equipped, it is unaffected by the monster's traps. So those effects are a little bit less relevant, but they do come up, so you definitely want to make sure that you keep them in mind to play around cards, especially with the quick play card that lets you equip from the deck. So you're going to find scenarios where you're like, oh my god, I can chain and make him unaffected by, you know, their Crystal Wing or their Raigeki or whatever. So yeah. So these cards are great. Definitely, obviously, you want to max out on them. I see a lot of people go down to 2C. That's fine. I just find B and C with Union Hanger is the best way to get your full combo. So I just wanted to max out on these copies. And A is great too. You're going to see that in the replays, all of these cards are really great because none of them are once per turn. Like I said, you got to stress enough, you know, not being once per turn, obviously, always a good thing. So yeah, 2 Union Driver, the other Union monster in the deck. Basically, what you're normally going to do is you're going to summon B, get Union Hanger, equip Union Driver. Driver's effect lets him banish himself. Put a Union monster, appropriate Union monster, onto the field. So you're going to go B, equip Union Driver, Driver, banish himself, put C. C can now special summon himself because he wasn't equipped with Hanger or Unauthorized Reactivation. He was equipped through Driver. So now C special summons himself, so you're going to have 2 monsters, and then you can make a link play, or you can make an XCs, whatever you want. Usually you want to do a link play though. So yeah, Driver is great in this deck. Of course he's a brick though, because you definitely want him in the deck rather than the hand. So yeah, 2 Nibiru. this card is just a great card in my opinion. You know, in the ladder especially, nobody respects this card. It gives you something to draw off of Maxi. So yeah, 1 monster reborn. Just because you can bring back your boss monster, ABC Buster, it's great for a comeback play. If they stop you somewhere, you know, you can try and keep playing. With the Union carrier, usually is enough to get you to an ABC Buster just with 2 monsters. So yeah. And then we play 1 terraforming because the field spell is really important. 3 prosperities. Usually I prosperity for 6 or 3. If I prosperities for 6, I get rid of Dweller, Zeus, Phoenix, Cross Sheep, and then Underworld Goddess. And then the other card is going to be either Union Carrier, or if I really need Union Carrier, I'll get rid of Appaloosa. So it'll be those 6. And if I'm doing just 3, it's going to be Abyss Dweller, Zeus, and Cross Sheep. Those would be my 3. So obviously this card is great at finding, you know, whatever piece you're missing. No pun intended. Of course, you're usually going to be fishing for the Union Hanger field spell. That's the most important part of the deck. So yeah, Union Hanger, next card. This card lets you add a Light Machine monster from your deck on activation, and then once per turn, if a Light Machine Union monster is normal or special summon, you can target one of those monsters, equip an appropriate Light Machine Union monster from your deck with a different name, but it cannot be special summoned. So that's a once per turn effect. So yeah, you can only activate 1 Union Hanger per turn. So this card is great. It gets you a +1. It lets you put a lot of bodies on the field just with 1 card, because you know Hanger gets B, lets you put Union Driver gets you C can special summon itself, and then you have all these insane plays. So yeah, really great card, and it works on your opponent's turn, so that's where this deck really shines, because you just start outgrinding them like crazy when this card is able to resolve multiple times. So yeah, 1 Magnet Reverse because it can bring back ABC Dragon Buster. I see a lot of people playing multiple copies of this card, but you know, if you're not playing the game, this card sucks, right? So you have to be playing the game already. But this just gives you another grind card. It also lets you bring back, you know, Union Carrier, Platinum Gadget, even Emerald. You know, it's a rock, but that's not ever going to be relevant. But maybe, you know, for some reason you want to spin your Emerald back with Unicorn or something, you can do that with this deck. So 2 Called by the Grave. This card is, you don't really actually need this card, but I found myself often, you know, I just didn't want to lose to Maxi, so you know, Ashton double Called by. Definitely the anti-Maxi cards, right? And then you could play Cross Out, but that's just adding more UR to the deck, right? So you don't need to do that. 3 Unauthorized Reactivation. This card lets you target 1 machine monster you control and equip 1 appropriate machine Union monster from your hand or deck to it, but it cannot be special summoned. So usually this card is either going to help you start your combos with your pieces, or it's going to help you protect your cards, because you know you can equip the pieces and then they're unaffected by either monster spells or traps, your opponents of course. And then also you can just put Driver to, you know, start extending your plays. So yeah, so then 3 droplets, obviously because you can't always choose to go first, and it's actually not out of like all of the going second cards, this card at least is decent when you set it because it's a quick play. So yeah, so then 1 ABC Dragon Buster. This card requires you to have either, and not either, you have to have literally A, B, and C either on the field or in the graveyard. So any combination, you know, 2 in the grave, 1 in the field, 2 in the field, 1 in the grave, all 3 on the grave, or all 3 in the field, you know. So this has an effect, quick effect. Discard 1 card, target 1 card in the field, banish it, either yours or your opponent's. So obviously great interruption. And then the other effect is during your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card off, then target 3 of your banished Light Machine Union monsters, special summon them. So just by summoning him out, you have to banish, you know, A, B, and C. So that effect will always be live unless you bring it back with like Reborn or Magna Reverse. And then the interruption, you know, banish is pretty nice too. Just keep in mind, guys, when you tribute it off, you could get really fucked over by Called by the Grave. So if you have Bell, I would recommend it in this deck as well. I don't have Bell, but I would definitely play it. You have some flex room right here. You know, you can remove the Called by, Magna Reverse, Nibiru, Union Driver. That's about 6 cards to put in other cards, like even if you want to play back removal. But yeah, Called by the Grave is really strong with this deck. And yeah, there's something to keep in mind. And also Kaijus are really strong. So but it's not, you know, it's not like if you get Kaiju or Called by, you lose the game automatically, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle from there. 1 Emerald to shuffle back in the ABC Dragon Buster. and it's really easy to make because you have a lot. Everything is like level 4 in this deck except for the non, union monster cards. So basically, A, B, and C, they're all great cards. So yeah. Then Abyss Dweller, I didn't really make this card, but it's good against the comeback Drytron turn. Like when you clear the board and then they can't really play because everything's in the graveyard, and you just Dweller them so they can't summon. Zeus, because it's Zeus. 1 Phoenix, it's great for link climbing, especially with C, because it lets you special summon a union monster from your hand. Then Platinum Gadget, this part of the combo, so usually you want to do Union Hanger, get like B, equip Driver, banish, equip C, special summon himself, make Platinum Gadget. If you have another piece here, you would use C. If not, you just use B to get A. And then depending if you were able to use C, you either make IP with the piece that you summon and then the A that's getting special summoned by Platinum Gadget, or you just special summon A and then you make ABC like that. So yeah, usually your end boards are going to be Platinum Gadget, IP, and Buster Dragon. And it's really nice because, Buster Dragon splits up into 3. So IP is really, really, really nice because you can just do a lot with it. So IP lets you link summon immediately after the effect resolves using monsters you control. And if you have Underworld Goddess, you can use 1 monster they control. So it can really, really screw them over because they weren't really expecting to lose a monster on their turn. 1 Cross Sheep. It's great for link climbing going second. Basically, you just summon ABC Buster under it, and it lets you summon back one of the pieces, and then you can go for Unicorn. And if you brought back C, you can special summon one from your hand. So then Unicorn, and then a piece would be access code. So yeah, Union Carrier in this deck, it's actually intended to be used, right? It's a great card actually. You can get all the pieces that you're missing. Usually you make it with 2 pieces, and then you equip the 3rd one. So that's great. And it gives it 1,000 attack boost, and also sometimes it's really relevant against, you can equip A and make your Dragon Buster unaffected by monster effects, so that's great. Unicorn just for the, removal. 1 Appaloosa, just because it's another great boss monster, and it's really easy to make with IP. 1 access code to end games, obviously, you guys know what he does. Boost himself and then pop, depending on what link monsters you want to banish, you get additional pops. And then Underworld Goddess, this one lets you use one of your opponent's monsters as a material, so you use IP and then some of the pieces and then their guy, so it's really easy to get this off. And she negates all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls, and then unaffected by card effects unless they target her, and then she can negate an effect that special summons from the graveyard, so Sanguine includes an effect special from the graveyard, so you can banish Eldritch cards, Monster Reborn. She's cool. I like her a lot. So yeah, that is the deck profile, guys. I'll be posting the replay video very, very soon. I just need to edit that. Yeah, if you guys have any comments, suggestions, let me know, of course, in the comment section. I do stream Monday through Thursday on Twitch. You can catch me at PDS on Twitch, PDS_. But yeah, this has been me, PDS, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.